Welcome to the channel, where we explore the world's most haunted locations. Today, we're taking you on a spine-chilling journey through the most haunted hotels across the globe. These are places where guests have checked in, but some have never checked out. Alive. From ghostly apparitions to unexplained phenomena, these hotels are not for the faint of heart. If you think you can handle the fear, stick around as we uncover the terrifying stories behind these haunted hotels. Just remember, you can't outrun what you can't see. Our first stop is the Stanley Hotel in Estes Park, Colorado, famously known as the inspiration behind Stephen King's novel, The Shining. This grand hotel, with its majestic architecture and stunning views, hides a much darker side. It's not just one or two spirits, it's like the whole place is alive with them. The air is thick with stories of the supernatural. Guests have reported hearing piano music playing in the dead of night, with no one at the piano. The notes echo through the empty halls, sending chills down your spine. Some guests even claim to have seen Mr. Stanley himself checking on the guests. His presence is said to be both comforting and unsettling. Imagine seeing him, in his old-fashioned suit, just staring at you from the end of the hall. His eyes seem to follow you, even as you move. I've heard stories of people waking up in the middle of the night to see children peering at them from the foot of the bed. Their faces are pale, their eyes wide with curiosity. Children laughing, running through the halls, their little footsteps echoing through the silence. But when you go to look, there's nothing there. It's as if they vanish into thin air. And then there's room 217. This room holds a special place in the hotel's haunted history. This is the room that really got to King. He stayed here one night, and the experience left a lasting impression on him. It's said to be haunted by a former housekeeper, Elizabeth Wilson, who died in the room after a freak accident. She was a dedicated worker, and her spirit seems to linger, still tending to her duties. People have reported feeling an icy breath on their faces, as if someone is standing right next to them, breathing down their neck. The covers being pulled back, as if an invisible hand is tucking them in or pulling them away, and even seeing Elizabeth herself standing in the shadows. Her figure is faint, but unmistakable. I've investigated this room myself, and let me tell you, the EMF spikes were off the charts. The energy in the room is palpable. You could feel the static in the air, the hair on your arm standing on end. It's like the room is charged with electricity. They say Elizabeth was a kind soul, just trying to finish her work. But something about this room, something about that accident, it trapped her here. Her spirit is restless, unable to move on. The Stanley Hotel is a beautiful place, no doubt, but it's also a place where the veil between our world and the next is thin. The atmosphere is thick with history and mystery. It's a place where the past refuses to stay buried, and the echoes of tragedy still linger in the air. The walls seem to whisper secrets of days gone by. If you're ever brave enough to book a room at the Stanley, keep your eyes open and your ears peeled. The spirits here are not shy, and they might just make their presence known. You never know who or what you might encounter. The Stanley Hotel is a place where the past and present collide, creating an experience you won't soon forget. Next, we sail to the Queen Mary in Long Beach, California. This majestic ship, once a grand ocean liner, now rests as a floating hotel and museum. This retired ocean liner turned hotel is a hotbed for paranormal activity. Its long, narrow hallways and dimly lit corridors add to the eerie atmosphere that many guests have reported experiencing. The ship's history is marred by tragedy, including the death of a sailor who was crushed by a door in the engine room. This tragic event has left a lasting mark on the ship's legacy. They say his spirit, unable to escape the watery grave that claimed him, still roams the ship's halls. His presence is often felt in the engine room, where the air grows colder and the atmosphere thickens with an unexplainable tension. Guests have reported seeing apparitions, hearing disembodied voices, and feeling unexplained cold spots. These experiences are not limited to one area, but are spread throughout the ship, making every corner a potential encounter with the unknown. One of the most haunted areas of the ship is the first-class swimming pool. This once luxurious spot now stands empty, yet it is far from deserted. Guests and staff have reported seeing ghostly figures swimming in the empty pool, their laughter echoing through the silence. The sound of splashing water and distant giggles can send chills down anyone's spine. But perhaps the most tragic story associated with the Queen Mary is that of a young woman named Sarah. Her tale is one of love, loss, and lingering sorrow. Sarah was a first-class passenger on the ship in the 1930s. She was traveling with her family, enjoying the luxuries that the ship had to offer. She was young, beautiful, and full of life. Her presence brought joy to those around her, and she was often seen laughing and dancing on the ship's deck. But her life was cut tragically short when she fell ill and died aboard the ship. Her sudden death left a void that many believe she still tries to fill. They say Sarah's spirit never left the Queen Mary. Her presence is often felt in the first-class lounge, where she spent many happy moments. She's often seen in the first-class lounge, a sad figure in a flowing white dress, her eyes filled with a longing for a life cut short. Her ethereal figure is a reminder of the ship's storied past. Some guests have reported feeling a cold hand on their shoulder, a gentle touch from beyond the grave. This sensation is often accompanied by a feeling of deep sadness, as if Sarah herself is reaching out for comfort. The Queen Mary is a floating museum, a testament to a bygone era of luxury and grandeur. Its opulent interiors and rich history attract visitors from all over the world. If you're ever brave enough to spend the night aboard the Queen Mary, be prepared for an experience unlike any other. The ship's haunted reputation is well earned, and many guests leave with stories of their own. Just remember, when the fog rolls in and the ship's horn blasts through the night, it's not just the sound of the sea you're hearing. The echoes of the past may be closer than you think, whispering their secrets into the night. Our next haunted destination is the Langham Hotel in London, England, which has been a favorite of royalty and celebrities for over a century. This grand establishment, with its opulent decor and rich history, hides a darker, more sinister side. The Langham is said to be haunted by several spirits, including a German prince who jumped to his death from a fourth-floor window. His tragic end has left an indelible mark on the hotel, and his restless spirit is often seen wandering the premises. His ghost is particularly active in room 333, a room that has gained notoriety among ghost hunters and paranormal enthusiasts. The eerie atmosphere of this room has left many guests feeling uneasy. Guests have reported seeing his spectral form, dressed in the finery of his time, his face pale and drawn. Some have even claimed to feel a cold breeze or hear whispers when passing by the room. There's also the story of a young doctor who, consumed by grief and guilt over his new bride's sudden death, took his own life within the hotel's luxurious walls. His sorrowful spirit is said to linger, forever mourning his lost love. And then there's the room with no number, a hidden chamber accessible only through a secret passageway. This mysterious room has been the subject of many ghost stories and legends. Legend has it that this room was once used for clandestine meetings, a place where secrets were whispered and deals with the devil were struck. The very walls seem to hold the echoes of these dark dealings. It's said to be the most haunted room in the hotel, a vortex of negative energy that draws the unwary into its grasp. Those who have dared to enter often speak of an overwhelming sense of dread. The Langham Hotel, a place where history and horror intertwine, stands as a testament to the enduring power of the past. Its grand halls and luxurious rooms are a stark contrast to the ghostly apparitions that roam its corridors. If you're ever in London and looking for a truly unforgettable experience, book a night at the Langham Hotel. But remember, this is not just any hotel, it's a place where the past is very much alive. But be warned, you may not be alone. The spirits of the Langham are always watching, waiting for their next encounter with the living. And if you hear a knock at your door late at night, don't answer it. It might just be one of the hotel's many restless spirits seeking company in the dead of night. Now we head to Canada's Banff Springs Hotel, also known as the Castle of the Rockies. This hotel is rumored to be haunted by several ghosts, including a bride who died on her wedding day after falling down the marble staircase. Guests and staff have reported seeing her ghostly figure dancing in her wedding dress, forever trapped between worlds. There's also the story of a family who perished in room 873, their deaths shrouded in mystery. The door to that room has since been bricked up, sealed off from the outside world. And then there's the bellman, Sam Macaulay, who died in the 1960s but never truly left. Guests and staff alike have reported seeing Sam, still in his uniform, still eager to help. The Banff Springs Hotel, with its grand architecture and breathtaking scenery, is a place where the natural world collides with the supernatural. If you're ever brave enough to spend a night at the Banff Springs Hotel, keep your eyes open and your ears peeled. Our final stop is the Grand Fairmont Le Chateau Frontenac in Quebec City, Canada. This historic hotel, perched atop a cliff overlooking the St. Lawrence River, is a sight to behold. This hotel is not only famous for its stunning architecture, but also for its resident ghost, Louis de Bois, the former governor of New France. His spirit is often seen roaming the hotel's corridors, as if still overseeing his domain. Guests have reported seeing him in his military regalia, his boots echoing on the hardwood floors. There's also the story of a young woman who, heartbroken over a lover's betrayal, threw herself from one of the hotel's many windows. And then there's the tale of the secret room, hidden behind a tapestry in one of the hotel's most luxurious suites. Legend has it that this room was once used for clandestine meetings, a place where political intrigue and romantic liaisons played out under the cover of darkness. Fairmont Le Chateau Frontenac, a place where history and hauntings collide, stands as a testament to the enduring power of the past. It's a place where the spirits of the departed mingle with the living, their stories woven into the very fabric of the building. And there you have it, 5 of the most haunted hotels in the world. These are places where the line between the living and the dead is blurred, where history and the supernatural intertwine. So, would you dare to spend a night in any of these haunted hotels? Let us know in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this spooky adventure. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell to stay updated on our latest explorations into the world's most haunted locations.